Hey, what's going on? So I want to get on here to elaborate on a quote that I heard. I forget where I heard it. I wish I could remember so that I can give them credit. Because these words aren't really just my words, because even though I felt this way. But yeah, it's about expectations and what they are, what they do. So, expectations. Here's the thing, because people will say, there's a lot of people who believe you shouldn't have expectations, no disappointments. And on some level, that is true, but not the way we think. The expectation, you can't be afraid to have expectations because expectations do manifest, right? Especially if you start talking about it, you speak it into existence. You don't realize how powerful your words are. And but people are afraid to have expectations because they don't want to be disappointed, which on some level is true, but I mean, on a 3D lower level, that is true. But it's how you're having the expectations. Remember what I've always said? It's not about having an expectation of something in the future. It's about having an expectation as if it's already happening. It's not about a linear time thing where it's happening down the road. Like I'm walking now, I see a house at the end of this road here that I'm walking towards, and I expect to be walking past that house soon, but I know it's going to happen. I don't have to force it. You know what I mean? I know I'm going to be there. So it's a bad example, I know, but or a weak one at least. But the point I'm bringing out is, if you're going to expect things, if you're going to have expectations of things you want, you have got to feel as if it's already happened, or that you already saw the, or how about this? If it's hard to do it that way, because I know it's hard to think that way necessarily. Pretend that you read the book and you cheated and you looked at the ending already, right? So you expect that ending because you know it's happening, right? But here's the issue with expectations. The real reason why you shouldn't have expectations is not because, you're going to get disappointed. It's because expectations, and hear me out, expectations limit outcomes. Expectations limit outcomes. What does that mean? What it means is you expect to, let's talk financial, I guess. Because a lot of people could relate to that, I guess. Let's say by the end of the month, I expect to make this much money, right? If I set my brain to that amount, that's all I'm going to get. That's all I'm going to get. But if I just say, this month is going to be a prosperous month without a number attached to it, and I know it's hard because we have bills to pay, the 3D numbers, getting out the calculator, how much will I have left in my budget, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I just passed the house, by the way, that I was showing you. So, see, it happened. No, but seriously, instead of saying, I'm going to make this much money, and I know from a practical, logistical level, you have to do that at some point, yes. But if your mindset shifts from, I'm making this much money this month too, I'm going to have a prosperous month, and the universe will provide not just enough to pay my bills, but then some, and let it happen, you will be amazed. And it takes time to work on this, but you will be amazed once you get the hang of it. How you'll get, money's energy. Money is energy, you know. Will there have to be some action involved? Some action involved? Yes. But it will be inspired action, not motivated out of fear action. Does that make sense? So, I'll say it again. Expectations are good. Don't be afraid to have them. But the trick is to act as if you've already seen the ending of the book, right? And just remember, though, take heed. Expectations can provide you things, but they will also limit your outcomes. Leave possibilities open. You know, and then you say, well, how am I going to make that extra money? Don't worry about it. Don't worry, it'll happen. It sounds silly, right? But it's the truth. Things will fall into place. You'd be amazed. So, yeah. So, it may take some time to understand that. But yeah, don't be afraid to have expectations for fear of disappointment. Be afraid to have expectations the wrong way. Because if you have them the wrong way, they're going to limit your outcomes. So, just another, and I wish I could remember who said that, but it's so true. Expectations limit outcomes. They serve a purpose. They could be part of your manifestation. You know, visualization, whatnot. But they will limit your outcomes if you get too attached to them. The trick is not to get too attached. Keep it open. Always leave some wiggle room. See you later.